Yo, yo, yo. Sorry I'm late, guys. Just trying to see if my plate arrived in time. But it's not here yet. What's up, what's up? What's going on with the music today? Let's see. There we go. Yo, 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 what up, Alex? How we doing, fam? Doing good, man, doing good. What the hell's going on with this camera now? Technical difficulties, there we go. I swear I turned that shit off. Let's see if I can turn it off. It is off. What the hell? Anyway. Yeah, I'm excited, man. We're starting our first ever charity auction today. I'll post the details in here. Let's get a little custom command going for this, yeah? Okay. Oh man, I swapped out my switches from those cherry bubbles I had to just some simple MX2A lube film swim swap blacks. Man, this thing sounds freaking good. Okay, let's do these real quick. Yeah, we're gonna sound test in. Let me just pin these two in case anybody decides to jump in. I added a new command now. Let's see if this works. Do a quick test. Oops. Sick. That works, but we'll also just pin this. Okay, quick sound test. Showing up okay? Yeah, it's okay. So I think my gain might be a little high, but I mean, sheesh. This thing sounds freaking good. Let's do a time going there. Oh, I need to turn my fan down real fast too. Not too shabby sounding, right? Get this out of the way real quick. Pull this over. I've had my gain turned way up. Let me turn this down a little bit so it sounds a little bit more normal. And let me turn these fans down. Oh man, I'm sorry. Okay. Oof. Not liking it? This is a BCP. I don't know what's going on with these fans today. But anyway. I feel like it's much improved over what it sounded like before. So, all right, we tried this last time and we failed, but we got the right PCB in this time, so let's get to it and just make sure everything's good to go. We got our Unikorn edition Z60 from McLovin PCBs, along with the special daughter board, which we'll get to in a sec. And let's pull out the bad boy, which has been in storage, unfortunately. I was waiting for my CBV plates to show up. It doesn't look like they're here yet, so we're probably gonna go with the half plate build today, which is still good. I think I'm gonna try something a little different and see how it sounds. There's our Heine that don't work, our old PCB that don't work. And since we're at it, we'll probably switch out the keycaps, right? I've got GMK Underworld on here right now, but we got some options to go through. The old PCB just died, man. It started with the left side of the keyboard from tab down starting to malfunction. That flamenco red. And eventually just gave out. I tried resoldering the tab key. Didn't work. And then like a week later, it just completely bombed out. A little bit bent. I don't know if I like that. Guess we have to figure it out. How the hell does this thing even bend? There we go. Ooh. Good old aluminum. Okay, let's set this aside. Give the PCB a quick test. I just re-upped on a bunch of PCBs from McLovin. So I got some other rebuilds coming through. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully, man. How's your night going? We're gonna go with some cherries. You want the spoilers already? I mean, it's all the same variety stuff, dude. Since it's a half plate, I'm curious to try clears in here. Usually I do half plates with browns, so that was the direction I was gonna go. And then had my full plates shown up, I was thinking about doing either a Nixie or a black build and being super boring. But I feel like it's TGR / Singa, whatever. You kind of gotta. You kind of gotta. I believe he already took care of that for me. I can take a look. Because they are broken in. Compare this to something. Yeah, they look about right. I've used them in my the pink board over there, the Starry TKL or FRL, and it's been fine. With the keycap, you mean? Oh, just on switch. Oh, that's a brown. What the hell am I doing? Nope. Not bad. Yeah, not bad at all. Yeah, the browns actually feel tighter. Damn, do I do browns? And we'll get there when we get there, I guess. I just like how loud these are. Haven't done a loud build in a while. I guess waiting for a few more people to pop in, but I can show this off while we're here, just in case anybody catches the VOD after the fact. Like I said earlier, we are doing our first charity auction. So let me show off the board real quick before we get into the weeds. I did take some pictures and upload them on the donation site, but I figured I'd show this guy off. So the only thing it's missing right now is the plate, which I'll be sending out to whoever wins it separately once it's manufactured. It'll be an aluminum plate, but it's got everything else: case foam, PCB, O-ring, all the fun stuff. Still fully sealed. Cool little board, man. That's a brass weight on the inside too. So yeah, hopefully we get somebody to take that home, donate some money to a good cause. 100% of the proceeds for this are going to go to the charity that I chose, which I'll be honest, I just did research on charities that had good ratings that have been vetted and seem to be legit. And that's where Human Rights First came from. They're involved in a ton of stuff. So yeah, more information in the link if you are curious about where that money will go or how it will be used. And sweet. And back to this. Ooh, I think it works, guys. I think it works. I'm just gonna skip the test since we got that going on, right? Seriously, dude, wasn't ready for that. Not ready at all. All right. I think the O-ring's already in here. So we're gonna go with some stabs. Where'd I put the stabs? Since they've been working so well so far, I'm gonna stick with our APs, the clip-ins. And some good old Krytox 205G0. What other switches do I have? Other than MX? Cherries? Dude, I've been curious. I've been wanting to try these because they sound good. They are still cherries. These are long pole blacks. These are custom switches. I don't know what the long pole is. I gotta ask Messi because these are all for Messi. But aside from this, let's see. I've got some lubed, filmed, spring swapped GODSSON BCPs. Some lubed, filmed, spring swapped Milky Yellow Pros. I've got some Kale PCPs, Kale Box Jades, Kale Box Royals, some Cat Mints, which I don't know. I'm kind of saving those for. I have a Shelby 80 that I want to put those in. The Onyxes, which I haven't had a time to lube yet. Some Gateron Deepings, some Gateron Black Inks that are lubed. Some Oil Kings that are lubed. I think that's everything, if I'm remembering right. I think I have some Soul Darks, Gateron Solarized Darks. What else? Gateron Minis, Black Inks. I mean, I'm not opposed to trying it. Black Inks on a half plate though? Kind of feel like they'd be better on the full out though. Have you ever done black inks on? Yeah. I do have a second. Yeah, like I have a couple. I have 2 more plates coming for this and another PCB coming, so we can always do another build of that and try that out. The only thing that ever sounds good to me on a half plate is like browns or clears. So I haven't even seen clears actually, so just browns. But usually people do tactiles, right, on half plates. Let me double check. I'll be right back. Let me see what else I can find. The only other thing I was able to fish out of here I have U4Ts. I have those cherry bobas, which are they're kind of rough, so maybe that'll feel good in a half. Or I got some alpacas, which I've never tried. I don't know how alpacas feel though. They're not too harsh. But then the question is, half? That is a good question. I think these are the V1s? Let me see. Let me fish that up too while we're at it. Oh, I've got NK creams too, but those are the OG creams. Which I was saving for some OG BCPs. Franken switching. Okay. Let me double check the alpacas. So I think these are actually the Frankenswitch versions of these guys. I'm looking at them. Which are what? The inks? Yeah, these are Frankenswitches. They don't have the pink V2 or V1 look. So I think this is a cream stem, if I remember right. But I don't know, linear on a half plates again. Well, yeah. I don't know if I'm feeling that. Yeah, these are, from what I remember, I bought these with the NK, the V1 NK creams. So these are the Frankenswitch alpacas, which I'll say for, I guess, something else. I haven't done a brown build though, if I'm thinking about it. The closest I've come is that Nixie Top brown, But that doesn't really feel like a brown. Well, who knows? Maybe by the time we get through this lubing, the plates will show up. They're supposed to get delivered today. I'll just lube extra slow. Oh, did you? I was gonna ask you actually. It's funny. I was literally just thinking about this yesterday. I was like, dude, I should ask Alex if he actually got around to making his own. How do you like them? First of all, what'd you do? And then how do you like them? Or have you had a chance to use them yet? We get a forced split backspace. Nice. Sick, man. Yeah, they're such a cool switch. Like, somebody needs to coin that if it's not already a thing. Messi needs to like turn it into his own thing. I love them. I love them in the derivative. I love them in the Khajiit. I need more. They're just expensive. So I gotta figure out how to do it on my own. How long did it take you to make them? Maybe I'll start on it today if we have time. Okay, I'm gonna set this aside since we're not gonna need that. Did you do any breaking in or anything like that? Yeah. 675. I might have to hit you up to figure out how the hell I'm supposed to use the machines I got from you. What are you planning on putting them in? Oh, interesting. Messi mentioned he did some experimenting, which is why he chose the MX2A bottom, but I don't know. Yeah, if you see them side by side, I'm sure you can tell if there's a difference. Or maybe I'm confusing that with a different switch. I might be. Cloud9, nice, man. Has he already shipped them out? Sweet. Yeah, I've been going back and forth between it and the Jane, and I'm like, they both sound incredible and feel incredible. And I think the Cloudline is probably one of the nicest looking TKLs. It's got a nice modern aesthetic, not doing too much, but then the rear weight design is very cool. A lot of detail in there. And I love how easy it is to build. Like, it was so smooth. Yo, let me know your thoughts once you got it. Now I'm curious if there's going to be an R2 of the derivative, what it's going to sound like. It's, you know what's funny is it's grown on me even more. I don't know what happened. I'll pull it out in a sec. I don't know if it was maybe it was the gain settings or something, but I feel like the spacebar doesn't sound as bad as it did on stream, which doesn't make any sense. Maybe I broke in the break-in. I don't know. Who knows? Trying to go slow. Hoping this delivery guy shows up. I was actually kind of saving the black inks for a Noxery Vulcan Pro build. I've heard the double O-ring setup sounds really good with inks. I've heard them in the Velvet Pro. So I'm assuming they sound good in the Noxery VP. Let me grab a drink too, man. My throat is killing me real quick. What is going on today? There we go. Start putting these together real quick. was that? What machines do you use, by the way? Are they the same ones that I got from you, or are they a different one? I'm gonna try a little bit less lube than I usually try. See if it makes a huge difference. don't know if you guys caught Alex's stream earlier, but he built a Chinese board that was actually kind of intriguing. It was like a $110 board. It's usually on sale for like 80 something bucks, I think, on Amazon. I can't remember the name. Something with a Y. And you know, I've seen a ton of those boards, like the Aula, and there's just like a whole bunch of them that are super cheap, $50 to $70. Tons of case foam, you know, the story, 1.2 millimeter PCBs, all that stuff. What set this one apart, it came with Gateron switches, some Gateron zeros. I've never seen that on one of those cheaper boards. It's usually like some proprietary linear switch, you know, some Alibaba Express deluxe switches or whatever. And it was tri-mode and a pretty solid battery. I think it was called the A80, if I remember right. It's a 70% keyboard, but it was called the A80. It's pretty intriguing. There's a dude on TikTok who sells a bunch of those, and they all seem sort of like run-of-the-mill in that price range. This one kind of stood out. I mean, I understand the hustle, but that's usually not my cup of tea. If it needs to be buried in case phone. I mean, as long as it sounds good, who cares, really? They also had like an integrated LED screen, and the screen was like built into the plate. It was kind of cool. It wasn't like a extra plate. I mean, extra thing you had to attach. Get an innovation, even at the budget level keyboard spectrum, which is cool, man. Feels like the hobby's, it's a, you know, still a really good time to be in the hobby. Especially for like entry level or mid keyboards. Sweet, lots of new people in here. Thanks for joining, guys. Appreciate you guys being here. Hope everybody's having a good night so far. Please let me know if you have any questions that I or our resident sage Alex can help answer. And I'm also completely open to tips because I am a novice in the hobby. Perfect timing. I just plugged you. This is our resident sage. Yo, yo. Actually, while I'm here, let me see if I can get you set up real quick, Alex. What kind of dog do you have, Alex? I got a dopey Doberman. It's like the truest way to define him. A big old dope. The exact opposite of what you think of when you think of a Doberman. It's cowardly. He's not the brightest puppy, but we love him. Love him to death. That's awesome. Man, that's awesome. Means he's had a good life. Have you owned him since he was a pup or adopted him or anything? Oh, wow. It's beautiful, man. I love animals. If it were up to me, I'd have a house full of dogs and cats. But I got 3 kiddos. So 1 dog's enough right now. And I'm allergic to cats, unfortunately. They're really young right now. I mean, they love coming into my room, my office here and messing with all the keyboards. But not yet. I would love to have my at least my oldest start tinkering. My oldest is 6. He loves Legos, so potentially we shall see. Do you have any kids, Duggar? Sorry, one sec. Oh, sweet. Those were the days, man. Hopefully the job hunt is going good for you. Bam, there we go. Sorry that took so long. I can't multitask. Oh, sick. Living the dream, dude. Congrats. Working from home is the greatest perk you could ever ask for. I've been working from home going on 6, almost 7 years, I think now. It was definitely an adjustment at first, but gosh, I can't imagine going back in. I gotta mod you, bro. No problem, dude. Thank you for your continued support and all your help, dude. And feel free to let me know if you don't want it. I can always just make you VIP or whatever. I honestly don't know enough about Twitch. I need to learn more. What up, Matt? Plate, we are doing a aluminum half plate. I need to update that. Well, we'll see. The delivery guy's on his way with a full aluminum plate. And that's going to inform the build, the final build, which is why everything's TBD. So build number one, option number one, we got a half aluminum plate with either some MX Browns or some MX Clears. Both of which are been broken in lube film spring swapped. The works. If it's the full alu plate, then I think we're leaning towards GAD inks. But we'll see. We can vote on it too. What are you planning on doing? No worries, dude. It's pretty intuitive. There's a mod view. If you Google Twitch mod view, it'll load there's a whole separate window for it. And when you're in there, things kind of make sense. What mods are you going to try to do, Matt? Oh, there you go. Yeah. Delone! What's up, fam? Welcome in. Hey, Uena. What up, my guy? Party's here? Yeah. Very nice. Hope you enjoyed your dinner. Saw the updates on Morgan. I know, man. I have this thing set on moderate. I gotta turn it off. Freaking flags everything. And I'm fucking in here cussing like every other word. I only read like the first sentence of it, so I got to go back and look at it. But I'm assuming the prototype's ready, which is sick. Cannot wait for Morgan. Please post a link to it in here for anyone that's interested. UN is a board designer. Makes some of my favorite boards, for sure. Some, probably all of my favorite boards. Sick. Yes. That's awesome news. It's all good, dude. I got you covered. Just send it to me. I'll do all the testing you need. You know, Ducker, I hear that's a thing though. People like their inks over lubed. The first switches I ever bought when I got in the hobby, that I was gonna put into my my Keychron Q3 Max were black inks that I bought from KBD fans. Yo, Delone, you gotta upload a video of your stab technique. Well, I've been taking my time on these stabs because I'm waiting. I was talking about this earlier. I'm waiting on the delivery I get here with the CBV plates because they're supposed to get delivered today. And if the full plate shows up, then I'll do a gadding build. Yeah, if you know, you know. Now you got to upload it, dude. The godliest stab technique I've ever seen. Oh shit! Speaking of godly techniques, rookie mistake over here. Come out. There we go. The good old upside down. There we are. Okay. All right, let me double check and see if this shit showed up yet. If not, we're gonna have to reserve that for another day. It happens to me all the time, especially if I'm multitasking. Come on. Come on, USPS. What the hell? It's 8 o'clock. It's definitely not showing up today. There's no way it's showing up. All right, well. GG's. Half plate build it is. For this one. There we go. Check the things. The things are doing the thing. Just to be extra slow, I'm actually going to put the little tabs in here. Yeah, they're very tight. These are totally unnecessarily, but I'm going to kill time. Try to kill some more time. Who knows? Maybe the postman shows up. It does say out for delivery. But nothing ever shows up this late from USPS. They're like here by 2 p.m. every day. At the latest, so I'm just gonna assume it fell off the truck or something, or didn't get scanned, or I don't know. I'll go take a look outside. Sometimes that happens too. What I have had happen is they've dropped it off and just not updated it, and then it gets updated like the next day as delivered. Let's hope that happened. I'll peek outside though. What the shit? Black inks on a palm plate. Dude, they sound good on a palm plate. I think GATs just sound good on Palm. Or PP. Yeah, I'm not a fan of inks on Alu myself, but maybe they sound good in the corn. Then again, the only thing I've tried inks in are, well, so I said earlier, I bought them for the Q3 Max. I didn't actually put them in the Q3 Max. I ended up putting them in an Odin 75. That was my first like custom keyboard kit. And every single switch sounded the same in that keyboard. Well, if we have to go with half plate, it'll be a toss-up between some Ergo Clears or some Browns. I'm leaning towards Browns, but I kind of want to try Clears. I gotta say, man, I've been enjoying the shit out of this Cloudline V2. It is such a nice board. You know, maybe the cherry boas will sound good in here too. They are kind of harsh feeling, so maybe without the plate. It is totally a gorgeous board, man. And much improved over the V1. I haven't owned the V1, I've listened to it. But this board sounds phenomenal. It was literally side by side with a V2 CE on my desk, and like, it was a toss up on which board I liked more. Granted, my tastes are probably not as refined, but they sounded damn close to each other. On the side, that's the Unikorn. That is the board we are rebuilding. I'll pull it out in a sec. Irish is up on the wall. Man, I haven't played with that board in a while. That's a cool board. I do have to finish the Toper build for it, or at least try it. I gotta remember to buy the parts I'm missing. Okay, I think I got everything. Yep. Which board? Alex? This one? Yeah, I did get it on MM. Oops. Yeah, all the aftermarket parts are expensive. Yeah. I hear it's getting better though. There's more competition entering that. It's not just deskies. But yeah, that does sound dope. I do have a HHKB, sorry, Pro 2 that I've had for almost 10 years now that I'd probably pull apart in service of a build. But the I have almost everything for the Irish board. I'll pull it out in a sec. Let me go see if that plate showed up real fast. Success! Post office guy played me. He just dropped everything off and didn't scan it in. But perfect freaking timing. It's yeah. All right, so now we got decisions to make, guys. We got decisions to make. The only thing that sucks is they didn't have the black one, so I think it's just the machined aluminum finish. But let's check. Yep. CBB to the rescue. With our ink blacks on palm. That does sound pretty fire. Sounds very fire. You know what else just showed up anyway now? I'll pull it out in a sec too. Oh, interesting. I wonder if that PCB will work with the Jane. Sorry, I'm like buried in shit over here. Not a waifu thing, but a waifu suggestion. Your suggestion. Tell me if you recognize it. Well, what is that? Look at that baby. I did. Came built with some JWIC blacks and a couple of extra PCBs. He threw a whole extra PCB in for me. Sweet. 2. I mean, drop test. Man, this thing's pretty. Very pretty. These are JWIC blacks, which I've never tried. I've heard decent things about these though. And there's a BCP, OG BCP. Spacebar. Set that aside real quick. Curious about these PCBs though. Just a Cruel World PCB. Which I suppose is compatible. Yeah, this would totally work with the Jane, I think. So it's the same PCB placement and everything. But does the 88 have compatibility? No, it won't. This is the 88, not the 87. Oh yeah, no shit. Duh. Onboard mini. Doesn't, I've got a, that was one of the boards I got. PCBs I got from McLovin anyway, so we're good. Okay, so question to everybody. We'll go with votes. Do we do the half plate build or do we do the full plate build? Half plate would be either blacks or clears on this half plate. Full plate build would be inks on alu. Unless you guys think there's a different option. I've got some alpacas. It is the only other plate I got. Oh wait, no, it's not the only other plate I got. Let's see. I think I have a PC plate for this thing. Maybe? thought I did. Yeah, I definitely only have that plate. Only alu. Oh wait, that's the wrong plate. My fault. It's in here. That's the that's the 910 plate. My fault. They look the same. Too many plates. Too many plates. Oh, it is the black one. What the shit? There we go. Yeah, my bad. This is for the gaff rebuild that we will be doing at some point. And I think this is the other Jane plate, if I remember right. I don't remember. I'll look at it later. Okay. So, yeah. Half plate, full plate. We got a ton of options, I guess, then, right? So I think the inks would sound good. I don't know. What do you guys think about alpacas? Alpacas. Inks on alu for corn. So AUN has got 1 vote for inks on alu. Alex definitely has 1. These are the original, like the Frankenswitch ones, not the V1s or the V2s. Can you hear the? Yeah, these are built with OG cream stems. Maybe we'll grab the inks. Inks! Inks! Alright, hell yeah. A resounding inks. I was just gonna make you guys vote and then do inks anyway. But, you guys outsmarted me. BRB. And I'm back. Are they overlubed? I think they're okay. Slightly. These are the inks. They're KBD fans. Pre-lubed, they're like slightly overlubed. But they still sound good. I can take them. I don't know the hell I put my switch over there. Yeah. No, these aren't filmed. From what I've seen, the inks don't really require filming. There's not a lot of travel. It's pretty tight. But I have seen it change or like muffle the sound profile, which is why I didn't get them filmed or film them myself. Oh yeah, these are the V2s. All right. Well, it's settled. Away we go, yeah? The box sinks? I know there's the box sinks. I don't know if there's a newer one than those. They have a Pro now? What the hell's the difference? Dude, there's too many switches. They're coming out with too many switches. They need to chill. Yeah, Pro Black. What the shit? Oh, they got nylon? Windows the same shit. No, okay. Top housings, nylon PA66. 4060G, yep. What's the bottom out? It's still like 80 or some shit? It doesn't show it on here. Oh, it is. Okay, they changed the top house to nylon. A new updated contact leaf. All right. These are 3-pin too, yeah? No, these are 5-pin. Wait, who's your guy? I need a guy. I always need guys. Pause. Sorry, that was an immature joke for my boys. Anyway. Damn, these are... I totally F these up. How did I bend this one? What cherries did you get? There you go. The trifecta. I just got some oranges to try out. Curious if they're... I think they're just lighter blacks, right? lighter and louder blacks? At least the MX2As. Nixies are going to sound amazing in there. Are you spring swapping your Nixies? Yeah, why not? Why not, man? I just realized this is definitely not WKO. Why did I put that in the format? My bad. I'll fix that. Or you can do one and then send it to me and I'll do the other switch. One of the other switches. Axel meme right there, dude. Yo, that'll be dope for sure. I'm gonna catch up. I'm catching up on sound tests as we speak. So I should start publishing those pretty soon. I got a lot of progress in, man. Got the Discord server going. I need to finish setting up one of the bots and then I'll start sending out invites or putting it in my profile for next time. I got the whole auction thing figured out. Not doing too shabby. I'll send you guys the link to it right now, even though it's not set up. Fully set up anyway. Give me a sec. Let me finish this and then I'll do it. Otherwise I'm gonna forget. Screw something out. Of course. Of course. I feel bad. I'm just like literally using everybody else's Discords to announce my streams. Complete degen. I got his permission. Rook is the homie for sure. I've got his 1098 sitting right over there. Where the shit is it sitting? Somewhere. Over there. I don't know if you can see it. Love that board too. That's actually Brown's, but on a full plate. The only reason I didn't do the nine list is because I'm in a group buy for the Ellis from Dub Dubs. Otherwise, I would have definitely. The board looks sick. Yeah, and the 1098 V2 is freaking cool. Shout out to Rukia Kun. Did he already fulfill the it's going to be my first one technically. I'm in on the Spell 40 just because I love Konosuba. But I don't know when that one's going to be done or fulfilled. Honestly, I think Ellis is going to be done before it. Yeah, I'm curious to see if I can make a 40 work. I didn't think I could make HHKB work, but I've been using one for literally almost a decade for work. Yeah, I'm curious how have you used one for coding? HHKB, that is. You know, damn, really? Oh, I can't code on a laptop. I mean, I won't say I can't. I definitely did and have many, many times, especially during COVID. Stick to TKL. I have been using a TKL recently just because I have something to experiment with. I use the cosplay. It's cool for sure. But having control in place of caps lock is so clutch, man. So clutch, especially if you're doing a lot of server work or show work. away from the space bar. Did I do it right this time? No, towards the space bar. Towards the space bar. God damn it! Why do I always fuck that up? Towards the space bar. These bitches are tight. Dude, I do wonder how many people in the hobby are just like, what percentage is software engineering or just like tech in general? Because like everybody I talk to is a SWE. or some type of engineer. Full stack. Well, kind of none of the above anymore. I was full stack for a long time. Now I'm in cloud engineering. So I do literally a little bit of everything. And that should pop out. Why is that? What the fuck? Give me a sec. So I write Terraform. Yes, I write Terraform. I write a lot of everything, man. I write Terraform, Go, Python. It's been a while since I've done front end. I did full stack for a long time, especially during COVID. But recently I haven't done much. I'll probably will have to contribute to some front end code pretty soon here, but yeah. Majority of my work is Go, like 90% Go, 10% Terraform at this point. It was a lot of Terraform early on. Some Pulumi. Pulumi's cool. I just wish it had more support. Yeah, you can foot gun yourself a lot. Ooh, man, I do not envy you. You know, I might have to contribute to some Java code pretty soon as well, and that's not a great feeling. It's probably been almost 10 years since I've touched Java. It was one of the languages I had to deal with when I first got into the industry. I have the weirdest story, dude, in terms of how I got into engineering. Like, it's so backwards. The first language I ever really learned was Python for sure, just from like an education perspective. But my first professional language was Erlang, which is the weirdest and gnarliest language ever. It's amazing. It's incredibly powerful and robust, right? But functional programming, when you've never done real programming, is insane. And this is true functional programming. I love TypeScript, though. TypeScript is awesome. It's really easy to transition between TypeScript and Go. PHP. Yeah. I haven't had to use PHP. Ruby for sure, but not PHP. Oh, shit. Sorry, this stab popped out. I'm trying to get it fixed. Oof. What is happening right now? Okay. My first ever Python project was writing a bug parser. I was working in tech support, like tier 3 support, at a company that shall not be named. And we weren't allowed to use, I was a vendor, so we weren't allowed to use their tools. We had to write our own tools. So it was a cool experience. Dude, this thing does not want to go in. Okay, I might have to fucking take this plate off a little bit. Oh yeah, WordPress. Yeah. The front end stack I used was Vue.js, which I wrote in TypeScript. I think it was Vue 3, right when Vue 3 launched. I really liked Vue a lot. But it's been a few years since I've had to touch anything front end. It's cool because it's super modular, right? Yeah, I've heard good things about Nux too. Dude, what the fuck happened? How did that even happen? All right, let's just take all these out. The back of the stab popped out. I tried. I think I need a little bit of wiggle room. It's not going through. Fuck. No. It's so weird. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take a look. I mean, it looks like it's in fine. It's just the rear end pop. Here, let me show you guys. So the rear part is not seated properly, right? And I don't want to mess with it too much. Okay. You know, I've done shit like that many times, Matt, which is why I was paranoid and I looked like 3 times. Ask these guys. They've had to power through some of my more painful builds. Damn, is it like bent? What is happening here? There we go. No. What the fuck? Dude, I think the stab is just bent. Okay, let me try swapping it out. See what the fuck happened here. Luckily, this process isn't too painful. Ooh, congrats, dude. Two derivatives. Did you get the R0 and then the R1 or whatever? Yeah, R0 and R1. Derivative's a very cool board. There we go. What the fuck was that? We're in. I wonder how that popped out. Okay. Oh man. Yeah, mine is mono gray, which I got as one of the extras drop, but the clay is nice. Are you gonna grab sloth for it? Or did you grab sloth for it? Nice. Oh, that'll look clean. I thought about it, and now I regret not getting it because I feel like it would look nice on the JIU or GU. I don't know how you say it, but I did get beta. Beta's too nice to pass up. I didn't, dude. I suck. Yeah, I know they're gonna have extras. I was on the fence. I was like, I need to chill for a little bit. I don't have any brown boards. That's the thing. Brown's not really my color. Brown skin, brown boards. I don't know. I need a little bit more flash. Yeah, I probably won't. TBH. I'm hoping not, because Alex did make a few announcements about it. So maybe not. Maybe they got some extras. Yeah, well, I guess we'll figure it out when it happens, and if it doesn't happen, it's fine. Maybe one will pop up on the aftermarket, and I'll just pay an exorbitant amount for it to then auction off. We'll see. Okay. The question is, do people use inks for the spacebar still, or do they, or for the mods? Is it inks on everything? God dang, flippers. Oh, this is the smaller one I remembered. Okay, I gotta find the other one, which is in there somewhere. Nah, it is what it is. Oh shit, that was you. Oh, yo. Maybe I should use that on this board. Do I do WOP Relic or do I do... we'll pull out all the options and then we'll go over a vote, I guess, if you guys are still on by then. Okay, one more quick inspection. I haven't used it yet, to answer your question. Maybe today. Maybe today. I was gonna put it on the Sinanju, which is up there that Red Devils is currently on. But we'll see. Yeah, thank you. My bad for not getting back to you. Good old ADHD. Good old fashioned failure to have object permanence. All right, let's see. Get this crap out of the way. And start pulling out things. I'm gonna put the cap for this. Oh yeah, what is wrong with R5? I didn't even realize there were issues. Or is it just that it's newer? It's the worst tolerances and all that stuff that people complain about for new GMKs? Yeah, admittedly, I'm a dunce when it comes to this stuff. Maybe I'm not picky enough. That's always been my problem though. Like when it comes to food, I eat everything. People are like, what's your favorite food? I'm like, everything. What are your favorite switches? Everything. The only switches I haven't liked are Black Kings. What the hell am I talking about? Oil Kings. But then again, it's because I used them in that. Yeah, growing up in California, it's like almost, I feel like it's impossible to be picky. That's maybe not true. My wife can be a little picky. I know she's listening right now. But she's still not like picky. She's picky compared to me, which is probably just normal. Oh yeah, that's tough. So I grew up in Stockton, California, which is a very diverse city. Lots of South Asian people, lots of refugees, huge mix of like every type of person, right? So growing up, the way the city was built and architected was kind of interesting. They didn't want to have like rich areas and poor areas, so they built the rich neighborhoods right next to Section 8, for example. Like you kind of have some of it now, but for the most part, everybody was pretty mixed. So you go to school and you'd have like representation of every walk of life at every school you went to. So it was just impossible to be around, grow up with these people. And then on top of that, it was a track system, right? So we had A, B, and C track. So you would stay on the same track from K through 12, basically, once you got to high school, right? So you went to school with all the same people. You grew up with all the same people from all walks of life. It was impossible not to try different types of food. I think by the time I was 16, I'd eaten like everything you would think is wild, I had already tried. One of the few things I'm thankful for growing up in Stockton. Doesn't get a lot of good press, but that is one of its best traits, I think. You know, I haven't tried much Russian cuisine. Yo, thank you for that. Yeah, I'd imagine there's not a ton of diversity in Ohio, but I don't know. You might be surprised. I once met one of my favorite stories to tell. My wife was working for Meta at the time, and we had to go to Seattle. I think this was post-COVID. We had to go to Seattle for a project she was doing. She was staffing one of the new buildings that they had out there, and so we were staying at this like long-term. It was like a Marriott residence inn. Is that what it's called for Marriott? Whatever. I was staying at this place for like 2 months, and while I was there, there's this huge crew of people, like shipbuilders from Alabama, and you know, you would not expect people from Bama to be like the most forward-thinking or most, you know, not forward-thinking, sorry, diverse types of people, right? Especially when you grow up in California, you grow up with this idea of like, oh, it's a deep red state, they must be all racist, blah blah blah. Dude, there's like every person I met there was married to a Vietnamese person because they came from this area on the coast where there's a ton of Vietnamese people. So they were like bonding over, you know, we'd bond over pho. I went to get pho with them. They were talking about this Vietnamese Cajun cuisine that they all like, that was like their thing out there. It was, you know, it was cool. It was a very cool experience because it was during that time where like there was a lot of diverse division happening in the country, right? It was like the start of the Trump stuff, and whatever your politics are, I don't really fucking care, but like it was cool to see that there was people that were just regular people from this other part of the country that I never would have thought. And same thing, right? They had preconceived notions of like what a Californian guy would be like, but we were able to bond, connect, have a great time, hang out like every day, and it kind of opened my eyes. Like, we're all just people at the end of the day, and when you get a chance to sit around and talk about things, you'll find more often than not there's a lot more in common than you'd expect. Don't judge. What is that old saying, right? Don't judge a book by its cover. Very apt. Very apt. Yo, Johnny, welcome in, dude. How you doing tonight, bro? Blood sausage, cow's tongue. Oh yeah, all of it. Yum, yum, and yum. I think it was Anthony Bourdain that had that line about I don't remember which show it was on, but he made a really good point about like, what's the worst that's going to happen? You know, you're getting invited into this place. They're offering you some food. Maybe it's something that you don't find particularly appealing to look at, right? But they're opening their hearts to you by giving you their cuisine. This is something that they've taken time and energy to produce for you, for your benefit. Why not suck it the fuck up, eat it? Worst case scenario, you got to take an antibiotic or some shit later, but you'll have created a connection that'll last forever, right? And a memory that'll last forever, versus turning them down and being like, nah, that's not for me. I mean, that's disrespect at the end of the day, right? Granted, that's in the context of being in that situation, but I took that to heart. Rip to the GOAT, Anthony Bourdain.
John, you see AUN's update on Morgan? You gonna join? Or are you gonna exit before then? It does look nuts, man. One of the cleanest looking designs I've seen. I mean, if it helps your decision, the Salter TKL definitely held its value and then some. Blank. Dude, it's public information now. Everyone knows about Reese. Unless they went back and deleted the history. I would honestly be very surprised if it doesn't sound great. Oh, was it? Well, we've talked about it on stream a couple times. More than a couple times, I think. So, my bad. It's okay, dude. My 5 viewers aren't going to tell anybody. Oh, shit. There we go. Oh, the TGR police? You, I'm assuming you're a fan of the LS layout. I've never used it. It doesn't seem especially comfortable to me. But yeah, I'm eager to try it out. Maybe I will join 9less. This thing does not want to work today. All right. There we go. Do you know when he's running Corsa? Or did he? He already ran Corsa, right? I joined the server after, I mean, just a couple months ago, so I'm not sure. Oh, damn. Totally missed out. And there was a group I spot available for like 3 seconds, which I also missed out on. Rukia Works. Are you familiar with him at all, Alex? He does modern takes on classics. So, for example, the 1098. Okay, yeah, the 1098 is a modern take on an OTD 456 GT. The Corsa is inspired by a couple boards. I think 9less. He's got his own original designs as well, by the way. But I think that's how most people know of him. I can send you an invite to his Discord, or if somebody could, please. He's got a lot of cool stuff going on. Their designer channel is lit too, by the way. Lots of cool designers sharing ideas in there. So if you're curious about that process, it's a great place to ask questions or just learn by being a fly on the wall. Others remind me, and I'll show you a link when I'm done. Sick. Yeah. Think like OTD's stuff, but at a much more affordable price. Like, much more affordable. I'll pull out the 1098 in a sec. He's done some collaboration designs too. Yeah, but the whole list of stuff's in his Discord. He also only charges like $200 to $300 for commissions, which is crazy. And then he lets you do whatever the fuck you want. Just sick. I got the original, the R0 1 of 1 black. It was on Mech Market for like, I don't know, I was on there when it got posted, so I jumped all over it. It doesn't even have the 1098 engraving. Oh, very cool. Rookie X Velvet Pro. That sounds dope. Please share deets when you guys can. Is it in the Discord? I was just talking to another person in the hobby, and they love their Velvet Pro. They just sold it because they landed a MVP, but I've heard really good things about the Velvet Pro. Oh, okay. What's the MOQ? Oh yeah, please do. Please do. That sounds sick. I was actually planning on building my MVP. I've been trying to build it for like a month straight. I'm just scared to build it because I hear it's complicated with that second O-ring. Mine already has the second O-ring installed. I just don't want to fuck it up and then be stuck. So I'm trying to get my stripes and build more boards before I build it. Yeah, no extras, man. It's a bummer. But you could always hit him up for a comm. You just pay a couple $100 extra on top of it. Customize it if you want to. There's one listed right now. There's a silver one, I think, on MM. I don't know if it's sold, but I think the guy's name is Nitos or something. I talked to him in the past. He comes with a bunch of extras. He has like a couple extra plates and a couple extra PCBs for it. I think he's asking, last time I saw, $1,400, which is not cheap. But by all accounts, it is a phenomenal board. Yeah, but Alex, hit him up for a comm, dude. Very, very affordable. He's super transparent about the pricing. It's just that things right now suck because there's not enough manufacturers that are willing to do small projects. But, I mean, I think for the 1098 Rukia mentioned, he might be combining any comms into the group buy and just using like different SKUs for them. That way DDS will still fulfill it. He typically uses DDS. Or at least recently. Yeah, yeah, that'll fucking do it to you, man. That will do it. Let me know how that PC Kahaku sounds. It looks really cool. Sick. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. I don't know if you heard my spiels on any of my other streams, but I definitely want to get into designing boards of my own at some point. Hence the designs part of my name. Or channel. Be the first. Why is that not a thing? You just look weird or what? I mean, it could be like, what is it, the S or C WKL? The Chinese window keyless? Just piss off a bunch of people. Alex would love that one. Oh, is that what grading is? I haven't seen, I honestly have never even looked at the Bower. Isn't that wild? I don't think I've ever even seen a Bower. Wait, that's not true. I saw somebody post a picture of one with a bunch of garbage on it on Reddit, and that pissed a lot of people off. Probably rightfully so. How is the Bower? Or the Bower Light? It's mid. There's so many versions of it, so I haven't really like gone down the rabbit hole of looking at them. I started backwards, dude. Like I went in with the KBD fans Odin 75, and I was like, all right, I kind of see what a budget keyboard looks like. Though that's kind of mid-range. I don't think it was like $300-400. And then I was like, I'm just gonna go for grills from now on. And now I'm starting to explore the more entry-level stuff. Injection molding seems to be the new wave, though, for a lot of these manufacturers. I think Swagkeys is doing an injection molded entry-level board. Infinite keyboard glitch. No, I got the I'm an idiot and I spent too much money on this hobby glitch. But hopefully we get some auction progress and we get these boards into people's hands and we get money into good causes and it all just works out. And I get to build cool shit with you guys. Win, win, win. Let's peep this out. See how we did. How we do. Maybe hit that one more time. Bro, what was up with my shit today? This stuff did not want to bind properly. Let's see. Here we go. Okay. The rest is good. Cool. Alrighty, well, let's give it a test. See how we did. Alright, warning, this is bright as shit. So apologies in advance. Let's get it. There we go. Alright. And let's do a quick little typity test. Bam. Can we see the things? We can see the things. Okay. Get over to the tester. Oops, did I miss one? What happened here? Uh-oh. What the fuck? Is that remapped? Why is that 1 and 0? What? Is it just the layout on this thing? Have you guys seen this before? 1, 2, what the fuck? Why is this numpad? Test matrix. Oh, no shit. Thank you, sir. And this is why you're our resident sage, bro. Cool. Success. Very nice. That might be one of the first times we haven't had to resolder shit. So knock on wood. We're getting better, boys and gals. If my wife is still in here. All right. Set this aside and get this guy disassembled now. Yeah. All right, let's hope this is much easier than the Jane was, because there was like 5,000 screws on the Jane. Oh, Via is on screen. Is it on screen? It was on my screen, covering everything too. Remember, right, these barely even like screwing, which is very interesting. Yo, let me know how that goes. You gotta clean. Oh, were they pre-lubed? I know, I think Omnitype sells them unlubed. Oh, that's tape. Scuffed ass tape. Oh, they only come pre-lubed? What the shit? What is this Mario ass hip hop? Let me change this shit, dude. Pass. Hard pass. I'd rather listen to Mario's shit. Can I get this out? There we go. Okay. All right, friction fitting. Let's get this out. Yikes. For the record, I did not do this. Before, after. Yeah. Sorry. Off you go, sir. Well, I need this first. That's what I'm assuming, especially when I looked at it. I was like, whoa. What happened here? I just got to figure out what the H60 I have works with. I'm sure I've got another 60 I can probably use it in. Maybe. Okay. Was I supposed to? I think I'm supposed to attach this first, right? And then I do this deal. Yep. Yep. Look at that. Perfect timing. You're like, dude, hurry up. Don't fuck this one up, man. McLove and the Goat did send me a few extra daughter boards for free. Just pretty sick. Cannot recommend them enough. Okay, man. There we go. There it is. To make sure. Real quick. Didn't fuck this up. Cool. I think we're okay. Hmm. There we go. Okay. Cool.
All right. I think we're just about there. All right, keycap time. Keycap time. Choices, choices, choices. All right, choice number uno. Red alert with our alert row. Choice numero dos. Crimson Cadet. Cadet. Choice number 3, because it's already on there, and I just got to move it over. Underworld. Or choice number 4, which I don't have here, but I do have Red Cyrillic. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? Underworld or Crimson Cadet? Any other votes? Otherwise, it's on you. It's your choice. Red alert. Matt, we need you, dude. We need you, Matt. Or Johnny. Or Frankie. See you lurking. Welcome in, man. Johnny, so 2 for red alert. Well, right now it's not. Technically, there's 2 for red alert. And 1 for Underworld / Crimson. Red alert it is. Red alert it is. I've been waiting to use this set, so I'm very thankful that you guys chose it. Don't get me wrong, I love Underworld, but I low-key want to put it on a different board. If only the weight was brass, then it would be Underworld like no brain. Okay. I know, for once, right? When do you ever see that? Come on, music. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, we ran out of musics. There we go. Ooh. I'm already liking the way these sound. Ah. And not crazy dusty either.
Let's go. Dude, it's such a beautiful set, especially in person. And what's crazy is I didn't pay a flipper price for this. That's nuts. Tongue-tied. I didn't pay a flipper price for this. I just had to buy like 4 sets at the same time. Hopefully they do an R2, or I mean an R3. Hmm. Ooh, there we go. Okay. These in a sec. And we shall see how we did. And there it is, man. Yeah, it really does. Look at that beauty. It's time. Indeed. Actually, let me switch because that hole is kind of too narrow. There we go. Okay, where did I put this guy? to shoot. There we go. Okay.
Pause. And let's switch views. Is it showing up okay? I can't really see. There we go. Okay, close enough. Oops. Uh-oh. What's happening here? What happened to my pick? What? Did I lose keys? That's not good. Give me one. Oh, that's not great. What the shit happened here? How did I lose keys? By putting caps on. Maybe we do a test real fast and see what's going on. Yeah. Okay. Oh, maybe it has something to do with saving that setting? Everything works here. Okay, let's reconfigure this guy. So this is gonna be right alt. Oh, it's also because of the format. Let's see. Layouts. 7U. Okay. This will be right alt. This will be right super, whatever the hell that is. Right wing. Right control. Perfect. Function. Perfect. Shift. Yes. What's our layers looking like? What? It like totally reset the layers too. That's fucking weird. Okay. I don't need that to be anything, so let's just do my ghetto up, down, left, right. Up, yeah, left, and right. Set this to delete. I think that's everything I need right now. Oh yeah, tilde. Tilde. Where you at, tilde? Why can't I see it? Why can't I see it? I know you're right in front of my face, dude. Update the bottom row. Yep. Ah, fuck it. We'll deal with it after. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. All right, let's see if this works now. No. Wait, what? What? Do I have to save it or something? Is it not saving? Dude, what? Open up Notepad or something else to type in. The problem is I can't even type in Windows. Everything works here. Maybe I need a firmware update or something? It's all good there. If I go here, let me hit save. Let's see if this like does anything for saving it on here. Nope. Like it literally even here doesn't work, which is fucking weird. Okay. Let's see if we go to Discord and Mr. McLovin's
No, it's a lot. Like the whole right side of the keyboard is off, which is weird. Yeah, none of this works. That's a delete. These are arrow keys. There's like some default setting going on here. But what doesn't make any sense to me is like, what the fuck? Okay. Maybe it has something to do with this shit. Okay, let's look at the Discord, see if I can find anything. Yeah, that's what I think I might have to do. Which I can probably pull off the site, so let's try grabbing that firmware. Sorry. Okay, we are gonna go to McLovin Z60. Usually, oh no, it's just layout editor. Where's the fucking support? Thank you. Okay, I think I just hold escape right on this one. It had it right there. Wait, where'd it go? Fuck. There we go. Oh, it's on the wrong page, that's why. Option 1, hit the reset button, I can't hit that. Option 2, hold escape. Okay. Let's see what happens. Okay, definitely sees my Z60. What do you know offhand what MCU to pick? Let me share my screen on this. This thing is not being shared right now. Okay, let me reduce that. Go back here. To find it, is it just this? I think it's the default. I have no idea what it is on this. MCU. I'm most scared to do this because of this reason. This one right here. I think it's the default one, right? Actually, I don't even know what the default one is. How do you fucking default this? Can you guys double check real quick what you guys have it set to? I don't know if I've changed it. I mean, there's the auto flash.
I don't know what the hell that does. Maybe I should look this up before I do this. Okay. Let me move this out of the way real fast. Oh, because I turned off auto flash. That's why. If I turn that off, then it works. But I think auto flash only works when you first plug it in. So this says the Z60 PCB is powered by the STM32F103. This is according to them. Let's see. Yeah, powered by STM32F103 MCU on their site. So is that an option? STM. It 100% is not. Fuck. I'm just gonna leave it there. Dude, do I uninstall and reinstall? Will that clear the settings? I have no idea. How do you reset QMK? There's no like default settings. It doesn't? Okay, fuck it. Let's go. Let's hopefully not break this shit. We're clicking flash. GG's. Flash complete. Alright, now, last time I unplugged this, it killed it. Do I have to do something? Do I have to hold escape again and unplug it? Or am I just good to go? Can I close it? Alright, I'm closing it. Don't die. Just unplug, replug. We're good? Yeah, okay. Unplug. Should no longer be in bootloader mode. Let us test. Yeah, no errors. That did the trick. Interesting. I wonder why that worked. I wonder what the hell the firmware was doing. Okay, let's try this again. Bam. Sound test time. Attempt numero dos. Where's this at? Okay, there we go.
go, man. That sounds really nice. This sounds so much better than it sounded in the Odin. Let's switch it up to some easy mode. Oh God. Let me also turn this up a little bit more to where it was at before. Damn it. I think that sounds pretty freaking good. Very clacky and deep. Yeah, exactly. You have to turn the gain back down to like what it sounds like to my ear. That's about it. Dude, they sound really, really good in here. Like, this is much, much nicer than I thought it was gonna sound. Delone, did you put the black inks in your keyboard? You have the factory lube ones. They got a creamy kind of sound to them. Man, well, that was a very successful rebuild. I want to do one more. 30. Or the Sakuras. Are those Echoes? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, man. That sounds awesome. Shit. I'm super impressed. Made me a re-believer in inks, I guess. Especially that sound bar. I mean, that space bar sounds great. Let me try like a... Sick. Oops, what's happening here? Oh no, what happened? Why did that happen? How did that happen? No! Yo, can you untime him out? How do you untime somebody out? What the fuck? I'm not even in OBS. How did I do that? My bad. My bad, Alex. Give me 1 second. How do I fucking undo this mod? It says it's out of synced. What the shit? Untime out. There it is. What the fuck? How did that even happen? Dude. My bad, bro. I'm sorry. I must have had a tab up. I don't even... What? I thought it was just like a chat thing. Apparently not. Let me grab the Rukia while we're doing this. What the fuck? You can time out mods? What kind of bullshit is that? Banned for the creamiest sounding keyboard on earth or what? Here's the 1098 by Rukia. This thing is massively heavy. Okay. So this is like a literal modernized OTD 456 GT, 456 GT. Excuse my fingerprints. Too much thok. Banned for thocking. And this guy's built with some browns. Using a Mech 11 PCB as well on alu. Oops. Fuck. Shit. That's a space bar. Phenomenal space bar on this bad boy. I'm gonna fucking around and do it again. This is the Rukia 1098. So this is the R0 1 of 1. He's doing an R2 soon, very soon. And these are lubed and spring swapped MX2A browns with I think they're 44G springs, which is crazy, 44 gram, which is super light, but they don't feel terrible. Like they don't feel that light at all. Oops. Sorry. Really, really nice sounding board, I think. Tiny bit of resonance, but nothing bad. Only in certain keys, but it's very hard to notice. And then that speaks for itself. Yeah, man. Definitely check out Ricky's stuff. Shit, sorry. Sick. Well, very sick. I know we have some people in here that weren't here when we started, so I'm gonna plug this one more time, in case you guys didn't already see it. I did start the auction for the LX60 already. It'll be running until Sunday. The minimum is $100, so if it makes $100, it's gonna go to somebody. And the charity that we are donating to is Human Rights First. Sorry, getting the music back on. I have the keyboard here. I haven't actually looked at the auction since we started to see if anyone's even interested or signed in, but you do have to register with the platform in order to bid. You can auto bid, you can set a max bid if you want to. We'll be running more. But yeah, here she is. Alright. This is the LumenKey LX60. Which is an O-ring mount optional board. Actually, I don't even know. Can it support? I don't think it's not. I think it's O-ring only. Yeah. It does come with case foam. The PCB plate will be coming after the fact because it's still getting manufactured. So once it gets created and sent to me, or potentially sent directly to the buyer. But yeah, cool little board, man. I have another black one that we'll probably be building and giving away as well, or sorry, auctioning. But yeah, there were some issues getting this fulfilled. I think Lube was the vendor. So hopefully somebody can get a little bit of a deal on this. I think it was like 40 or 50 bucks to get it shipped here. There we go. Maybe I actually sound normal now. And the details should be pinned in here, but if not, you could always do the auction command. Which will show you, yeah. Cool. Oh yeah, and then let me send you guys the invite to the Discord, and I will work on setting this up. So that will be the link to my server. Which literally has nothing set up yet, so I'll get it done at some point. But this will all be announcing stuff. Yeah. Cool. Appreciate you guys for being here. Appreciate the support as always. I will be back on Thursday, probably around 8 o'clock, maybe a little sooner. I'll let you guys know. I'll post an update in the Discord, but I will add this to my profile as well on Discord. And I'll make my announcements from there going on. Yeah, good night, guys. Catch you later. GG's.